Since I last picked up the camera, my wife and I welcomed our first child, and suddenly the world shrank to the size of a living room, a bassinet, an impossibly small pair of socks. But we emerged from the newborn phase relatively unscathed, and lately we've been getting back out, introducing our little girl to the world in small, manageable doses. And today, we're in Long Beach, California, visiting the Aquarium of the Pacific. I'm excited to check it out. Before we go in, let's take a moment to appreciate this wild architecture. A beautiful biomorphic design supposedly meant to evoke the spirit of sunlight rippling through water. I like it. All right, let's head inside. Booking ahead online made entering quick and easy, and we're immediately struck by the vast open space of the aquarium's Great Hall, and of course this gigantic blue whale model hanging from the ceiling. Magnificent. Our first stop is Blue Cavern. 3 stories tall, 142,000 gallons. It's modeled after protected waters off Catalina Island with the same name. Giant sea bass are featured here, but we see a few leopard sharks and California sheephead as well. Heading into the Southern California Gallery, Casino Point serves up a vibrant kelp forest with a diverse display of beautiful marine life, including these big blue rockfish. The Southern California Gallery is a feast for the eyes, and we're just getting started. Just around the corner, the Marine Meadows exhibit, a dazzling recreation of shallow water seagrass environments found in bays of Orange County, California. Then we get our first peek at some jellies for the day. Floating, pulsing, hypnotic. And not far from them, playful seals and sea lions darting and spinning around. First, we watch through a small viewing window where they occasionally zip by at close range. Then there's an underwater tunnel where we jockey for position to really watch them move and groove. Just look at them go. The Southern California Gallery opens into a large outdoor area, starting with a gift stand packed with sea creature toys and plushies. If you've got kids, you might want to get that wallet ready. Explorer's Cove is a sea-themed playground where the kiddos can get their yayas out and the adults can get a minute to breathe. It's a nice spot to pause and relax before the main event outside, Shark Lagoon. From the upper viewing area, we look down on some big rays palling around with gray and blacktop reef sharks. Badass. At the touch pools, you don't just look, you commit. Sleeves up, hands in. A bamboo shark cruises by, cool and deliberate, while rays drift past your fingers like living shadows. There's something disarming about sticking your hands into a pool full of creatures that usually live worlds away. It's raw, simple, and oddly grounding. Around the corner, we get a closer look at some of these beauties. Yikes! Nearby is a snack stand with smoothies, beer, soda, pretzels, and more. Make sure you don't miss the delightfully corny marine life dad jokes hidden overhead. At the far end of the outdoor area, we enter Lorikeet Forest, a beautiful aviary dedicated to this colorful native to Australia, Indonesia, and New Guinea. Lovely. If you want to get up close and personal with the lorikeets, buy a cup of nectar to lure them over to your arm to feed. But no touching. A quick trip to the second floor, and now we're in penguin territory. Here, it's all about tuxedos and attitude. Magellanic penguins, South American natives with a kind of scrappy charm, waddle, dive, and carry on like they've got nowhere better to be. There's a bigger story here too, a breeding program quietly doing its part, but the penguins, they just seem to be living their best lives. It's time for a snack, and the Blue Whale Cafe hits the spot with a hot salted pretzel and gooey cheese dip. No complaints. You won't find Michelin-rated cuisine here, but if you're looking for something a bit more substantial, Cafe Scuba upstairs leans in with a broader menu, including seafood, funny enough. Okay, moving on. Jacques Cousteau once called the Gulf of California the world's aquarium. And standing here, it's easy to understand why, with its incredible biodiversity, home to species like this hefty spot-fin porcupine fish. In the Northern Pacific Gallery, we're immediately drawn to this spectacular display of sea jellies. Bizarre, alien, and yet so beautiful and graceful at the same time. It's an underwater ballet that doesn't care if you're watching or not. I could stare at these things for hours just watching the rhythm of it all. A definite must-see. We pass by a cool hands-on learning space for the kids and land at the sea otter habitat. Unfortunately, the otters are a bit shy today. It's a quiet reminder that this isn't just a show, it's still their world. But it doesn't matter. For our little girl, I think the colors, lights, and movement are more than enough. No sign of the giant octopus, despite the rumors, but there's still a whole cast of characters. Shrimp, a pink star, and this massive Japanese spider crab. Between them all, I'm reminded just how wide and weird the ocean really is. Next, we step into the Tropical Pacific exhibit and see some of the most colorful species yet, the kind you'd normally have to travel halfway across the globe, somewhere like Palau, to see up close. The frog exhibit is one of my favorites. Small tanks, big personalities. Dozens of tiny, odd-looking amphibians, each one a little stranger than the last. Bright colors that feel like a warning or maybe a dare. Either way, it's a good time. A stroll through a stunning immersive tunnel leads us to the deep reef wall. A gorgeous panoramic view of reef life with corals, sponges, tube worms, and more. Plus, it doubles as a surprisingly cinematic dance floor. More jellies, because there's always room for another reminder that nature has a nice whimsical streak. The Pacific Visions Wing features several multimedia exhibits and a large theater, but unfortunately it's closed off today, so we drift back downstairs. The Great Hall is dim now as a Stars of the Sea film projects across the walls. Before we leave, one last stop, the Pacific Collections gift shop. I'm tempted to try the sea otter poop, but I pass. We do pick up a cute shirt for our own baby crab, and with that, we call it a day. A really great day. We get our little girl home just in time for a long nap in front of her favorite aquarium of all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.